Ladies and gentlemen, as an aspiring entrepreneur, you need to know how to get over camera shyness. The problem is there's many people on the internet that make it seem like it's something that's really easy to overcome, but it's not. Camera shyness is a real thing. I know because I hated the way I looked on camera. My voice would shake, I would forget what I had to say, and every video felt like torture. But then I discovered a simple three-step process that changed everything. And within 7 days, I was recording myself with confidence. In this video, I'll show you exactly how I overcame camera shyness in 7 days, even if you don't like the way you look on camera. Now let's get into it. As an aspiring entrepreneur, to sell your ebook or any other digital product that you might have, you must have an audience or be willing to build an audience. When I started, I didn't have an audience, but I was willing to build one, and that meant I was going to have to get in front of the camera. In 2013, I published my first book, and within a couple of weeks, I realized that having published a book doesn't matter if no one knows about it. Because I was definitely afraid of getting on camera, I decided to build my audience using Twitter or X. I did it for about 6 months, but having to post every day and write different posts every day and like and read other people's comments and things, it just got to be a bit too much, and I had to let it go. It was too much work. I thought about YouTube, but I still wasn't ready to get in front of the camera. But after about 9 months of not selling a single copy of my book, I was ready to get in front of the camera. And once I made that decision, some really amazing things began to happen. I realized that shyness wasn't my problem. It couldn't be. You see, shyness is defined as being uncomfortable or awkward when there are other people around. But think about it. You're in a room by yourself, maybe a closet, maybe you're in your car by yourself and you're recording. There are no other people around. So who is it that's making you awkward and uncomfortable? It's just you. Now, I get it. Eventually, you're going to upload the video, you're going to publish it, and somebody else will see it. And I know that's probably what you're thinking. But the reality is you actually don't have to publish. So if you think about it, look at it as though you're just talking to yourself in the mirror. When you're sitting in front of a camera, it's pretty much the same thing, except you have the intention of publishing or uploading the video for somebody else to see it. But if you just focus on just the recording aspect of it, it makes things a lot simpler. Just focus on the idea that you're just recording the video. You're just speaking to yourself in the mirror. Now, it's not going to feel right the first time. It's not going to feel right the second time. It's going to take a minute for it to feel comfortable, and it's not supposed to be comfortable the first time. In this next step, I'll share with you the real reason why you don't like seeing yourself on camera. And the reason is nothing you've ever heard before. 99% of people struggle with getting in front of the camera, even though they follow all the advice and they do all these tricks and hacks. But the reason none of those tricks and hacks work is because they're ignoring this very powerful truth. You see, it's totally natural and normal to be afraid to get on the camera. It's not weird. It's the way you're supposed to feel. And I got sick and tired of hearing people saying, oh, you just need to get over yourself and you just need to go out and just do it. This is going to sound crazy, but I discovered why you and 99% of other people struggle with seeing themselves on camera. And I came across this totally by accident in the dressing room of a Target store. And if you're tired of struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, or if you're just tired of that 9 to 5 grind, that 9 to 5 commute, click on the link in the description below. Okay, back to my story. So I'm in a Target store, I'm in the dressing room, and I noticed this little boy trying on some clothes. And it reminded me of when I was a kid, my mother would take me to shop for back to school clothes. She would give me all the stuff I needed to try on. I would go into the dress room, I would put my outfit on, and then I would look in the mirror and see how it looked on me. And then I would go out and of course let her see it. And she would have me walk around up and down the aisle. She would have me turn around. She would have me sit. She would have me stand. She had me bend over and try to tie my shoes. She had me going through all of these things to see how the clothes actually looked on me. The funny thing was some of the stuff that I looked at when I saw it in the mirror, I liked it and I thought it was something that fit well. But some of those same things that I liked, she would tell me to put them back. And I didn't quite understand that. It didn't make sense to me. It looked like the clothes fit to me. The issue was the things that she asked me to take back, she saw something different in those clothes. See, when you see yourself in the mirror, you're looking at a single view, a single perspective. My mother had a full view. She could look at me from the front, from the back, from the side. She had a 360 view of what I looked like in the clothes and how I moved in the clothes. Me, on the other hand, I was just looking in a mirror straight ahead and maybe bending or twisting or something, but I didn't have a full perspective or a full view of what I looked like in my clothes. And it made me realize that no one has a full view of themselves. No one knows what they look like. No one knows how the world sees you. You have never seen yourself the way the world sees you. You don't have a 360-degree view of yourself. You have lived your life through a series of snapshots and glimpses, maybe some selfies. You might have seen some snippets of yourself in a video, but you have never seen yourself or heard yourself the way the world sees you and the way the world hears you. Think about it this way. How do you look when you're sleeping? How do you look when you're driving? How do you look when you're eating? How do you look when you're sitting in a meeting? How do you look when you're bored? How do you look when you're presenting? Your whole idea or perspective of how you look is based on a few images, some snapshots that you may have seen, or pictures that you've taken, or videos or snippets of videos. From those snapshots and those glimpses and those snippets of video, you formed an image of how you look. But once again, those are snapshots and glimpses. You don't have a full 24-hour, 7-day-a-week view of what you look like. So when you see yourself on camera the first time, you're supposed to cringe. It's supposed to be weird to you because the image that you have of yourself is not going to match the image of the person that's on the camera. It can't, because you're seeing yourself for the first time that way. It's like you're meeting a stranger. It's like you're introducing yourself or you're meeting someone for the first time. And it creates a conflict in your head because you have an idea or you've had an idea of what you think you look like. And then you see yourself on camera and you're like, wait a minute. Is that the way I sit? Is that the way I hold my mouth? Is that the way I hold my head? Do I twist my eyebrows like that? Do I wrinkle my nose like that? Is my brow always furrowed, or do I always look like I'm angry when I'm talking? You start to see yourself in ways that you've never seen yourself. So it creates this conflict, this misunderstanding. You have like two versions of yourself now. You have the version that you've been living with your entire life. And then you have the version that's actually the real version of you, the version that everybody's seen your entire life, the version that everybody's heard your entire life. But for you, you're seeing it for the first time and it's confusing. So one of the ways that I got over my camera shyness was just to record myself and edit my videos. And by editing my videos, I got used to seeing myself the way the world would see me, or way the world has been seeing me, the way my friends and family and coworkers, everybody has been seeing me my entire life. There are things that you can change, your mannerisms or the way you sit, your cadence, but those are things that you can change. But the bottom line is you can't change the way you look. I can't change the way I look. The way I look is the way I look. The way you look is the way you look. That's just something you're going to have to accept. The person on camera became the new image or the new version or the new idea of what I look like to the world. It replaced all those snapshots and glimpses and old ideas of what I thought I looked like. Now I had a true version of what I looked like, and that became my norm. So you want to record. Don't publish, don't upload, don't even think about it. Just get into your mind, I'm just going to record a video. And it doesn't have to be anything long, just something short. Now, at some point you're going to publish, you're going to upload, but for now, you don't want to think about that, because if you get tied up in that, then you're going to get tied up in trying to make it perfect, trying to make it right. And this thing is going to drag on for weeks. Remember, you just want to get over camera shyness. You're not trying to become a a well-known actor or something, or a broadcaster. You just want to get used to seeing yourself on the camera. And you can do that. You can accomplish that simply by recording yourself. And even if you don't want to edit the videos, just watch yourself as you've recorded yourself. And that will get you used to seeing yourself on camera. It will become natural. It will become normal. And you won't even think about it anymore. Our minds want us to stay the same. Our minds don't like change, but it's through change that you're able to grow and improve, and to bring the things that you want into your life. So your mind tells you not to record yourself because you don't like the way you look on camera, but that's actually the opposite of what you should be doing. You need to record yourself. You need to practice the thing that you want to do. Think about the things that you've learned how to do in your life. For example, I learned how to drive not by sitting down reading a driver's manual, but actually driving a car. And that's pretty much how you learn to do anything. You learn the basics of it, and then you practice it over and over and over again until you become really good at it. And getting over camera shyness is pretty much the same thing. So your mind is going to tell you not to do it. It's going to really fight you because it's trying to keep you in a place of sameness. But you want to change. You need to change. You're going to have to change. And to do that, you need to do the opposite of what your mind is telling you to do. You need to get in front of the camera. And the other thing that you're going to hear, and you probably heard before, and I heard it, and it really frustrated me, and some levels made me angry, when people talk about how they just woke up one morning. I just woke up and I just pulled out my camera and I just started recording myself. That's a lie. That's straight up a lie. Nothing happens overnight. Everything in the universe goes through a process. This is no different. It's a process. So don't beat yourself up about it. Don't listen to these people out here talking about, oh, you just need to do it. You just need to just pull out your camera and set it up and just start talking. It'll become easy. It's not that simple. If it was that simple, then everybody would be doing it. Understand, it's a process. It could be a short process. It could be a long process. The length of the process is totally up to you, but it is a process. So understand that and just know that it's going to take some time, but you determine how long it takes or how short it takes. It's totally up to you. And like I said, for me, it took 7 days. So for this practice piece, you want to find a topic, something that you're comfortable talking about. It doesn't have to be anything that you want to publish or upload to YouTube. If you want to, you can script out some bullet points, some main points about that topic that you know about, and just talk about it. Just talk about those bullet points, those main points. And once you're done, like I said, the goal here is not to publish, it's not to upload. The goal here is just after you recorded it, if you want to go back and edit it, you can. At that point, you'll also be seeing yourself multiple times because you're going to be going through the editing process, and you're going to be teaching yourself some very valuable editing skills. But if that's not what you want to do, then at a minimum, record the video and just watch it. The thing that you have to get over and accept is the way you look is the way you look. That's not going to change. You're not ugly. You're not weird. You're not distorted. Nobody thinks you're weird. Nobody's going to freak out when they see you on the camera. This is just the way you look to the world. You just need to get used to the way the world sees you. The bottom line is you're simply meeting yourself, your true self, the person you are, the person the world sees, the person that the world hears. You're meeting that person for the first time in your life, and it's going to be weird. It's going to feel different because you're meeting a stranger. But the conflict, the part that's so hard to grasp is you've been living with this person your entire life thinking you know them. And on some level you do, but on a lot of levels you don't. Once again, it's a process you're going to have to go through, but it's not something that you can't overcome. And you don't need a lot of hacks and tricks and all these weird things to do. You just need to understand why you're feeling this way. You just need to understand that it's natural. It's not weird. It's normal to feel this way. And it's a process that you can take yourself through. It might take 7 days. It might take 10 days. It might take 2 weeks. There's no time frame on this. You determine how long it is. But once you have it, once it's done, You'll be done with with this thing called camera shyness forever. You'll be a master. You'll be speaking confidently, and you'll be inspiring others, and you'll also be promoting whatever it is that you want to promote out into the world. And if you're sick and tired of that 9 to 5 grind and you want to make some more money and you want to own your time again, click on the link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.